Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us. For this special figure showcase, we're going to look at the Autobot Whirl. What we're going to do in this video, we're going to have a quick look at him in both of his modes. I'm going to detach and show you all the accessories that come with him. I'm also going to point out things that you need to be aware of if you have to purchase them one yourself. Unfortunately, as you've probably noticed, I don't actually have a box to either of these, so I won't be able to show you any artwork or packaging that came with them. However, what I am able to show you is there is a difference between the robot mode and the helicopter mode, and that's the main difference, and it's the two known variants of this figure that were released. So let's get started. So I've mentioned his name was Whirl. He was released in 1985 and he was known as an Autobot deluxe vehicle, and he didn't really get any airtime anywhere. He wasn't in the Sunbow cartoon, and unfortunately, because of the competitor that he was made by, he wasn't ever released either in Japan. So he wasn't released under Takara in the Japanese markets, so he didn't get any airtime or anything really over there, much promotion at all, shall we say. I'm not going to go into too much detail with that, but as I say, he was made by Bandai at the time, and that's one of the main reasons why he wasn't promoted by Takara and in the Sunbow cartoons. He did come out, as I say, in 1985, and the strange thing about this figure is that when he is in his robot mode, he really does look more, I suppose the word is robotic, than all of the rest of the figures. He has no hands, as I say, he's literally got robotic claws, so that makes him stand out straight away. And of course his head as well, it's just the one dot for the eye in the middle. And already the Hawkeye viewers, or the people who already own one of these figures, will probably have noticed, and this is one of the things that you need to be aware of, this particular one is missing his antenna off the top. So ironically enough, this guy here, if I open this, you can see inside, see that antenna there, and I've kept that up deliberately. That should be on the side of his head, but it's not, so it's missing. So that's one of the things that you do need to be aware of. So let's have a quick look at him when he's in his robot mode. Big thing with robot mode can be the fact that the stickers, if the stickers have started to come off, I'm still lucky enough to have the great big Autobot emblem right there on his chest. With him being the colour that he is prone to sun fade and some sun discoloration. You can also notice now, because the light is reflecting off him, that he has die-cast metal legs there, so be aware of that. You don't want them to be corroded. But the other thing as well is his joints, so the bit of the movement there and the shoulders, they can get really loose and really flimsy. The claws as well, they can be damaged because they are, as I say, they're not robot hands, they are claws. There we go. I'm going to take the weapon off his hand, and there's the other claw as well you can pull out. You see how they just slot out. So here's one of the weapons that comes with him. This attaches to the hand. Sometimes if you're lucky enough, it will have the sticker on the front there as well, but mine's missing it. And then he's got this, which attaches to one of the back tail fins. That's another accessory. But overall in robot mode, he's very tall. As I say, for a deluxe toy, he's much bigger. I've just realised I've got this guy next to me, so I can put him there as a bit of a size comparison. So you can see he's much taller than your G1 Prime cab, or Magnus cab as that is, obviously, before people point out that I got it wrong. But yeah, he really looks more robotic than anything else with his single eye and his claws and the hands there. Let's have a look at the helicopter mode then. And again, the obvious thing to be aware of with this is the rotor blades. They can be damaged and come off, and the same at the back. I've attached the two weapons to the tail fins, so you've got like a Gatling gun there, something like that, which goes on the one tail fin. Well, not tail fin, of course it's not, it's the tail fins at the back, and then another gun as well, that looks like a rail gun, which goes on the other. So there are your four accessories all here. If I move these over, they can go in shot. So he does have quite a few accessories, but saying that, and I'm sure you'll agree, his saving grace is if you do manage to find one or pick one up, it doesn't matter if he's completely loose, because as you can see, he displays in either mode without any of the accessories quite well. So here's the helicopter version. You can just see that the colour as well, it's quite a nice colour. This one shines. I'm lucky enough to not have any sun fade. And then the reason why I've not closed this down is because this is the difference. This is what's known as the caged cockpit variant. This is the rarer variant, and I'd like to take an opportunity to thank Tim Banerjee, a guy from Facebook who basically sort of contacted me to see if I had it. He'd noticed my Transformers collection video and saw that I didn't actually have one, so I've managed to have that of him. So there's your standard cockpit, and there is your caged cockpit. The caged cockpit version is the more rarer of the two, but saying that, these figures themselves are popping up less and less, and they are getting more and more rare for that particular reason. You know, they can be quite flimsy, and I do think, unfortunately, poor old Whirl, he wasn't that popular either back in the 80s when he was released. And if you lived in the UK, again, you probably hear me say this quite a lot, curse of the UK, we never got the deluxe vehicles at all, so we didn't even get to see him. So it was quite a nice keep for me to be able to get him, and I'm lucky enough now to actually have both variants, so thanks to Tim for that. Yeah, as I say, Deluxe Autobot, released in 1985. He has been reissued, re-released, shall we say, not reissued, under the Generations line, under the Thrilling 30 a few years back, so there is still life in Whirl yet. But there he is, right in front of you. If you've not seen him before, you might not have seen him being a UK viewer. Again, we don't really get much, but there you go. Or if you've got him, you may not even realise, but you might be lucky enough to have the caged cockpit version, and if you do, that is the rarer version. Once again, everybody, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for taking the time to comment. If you haven't already, please like the video, and of course subscribe, and give me any suggestions that you'd like me to do. Thank you very much.